Why are you here? Other than to shame me and to benefit off of a young girl who's going through something already so traumatic and so deep and personal. But now you're going to put me on
Good Morning America
and call me
erratic, paranoid, spiraling.
Welcome to Popcorn Planet. It looks like Jamie Lynn Spears will do anything she can to sell a book, even sell out her own sister and not understand why we dislike her. Jamie Lynn, this was never the time for you. You just have no concept of what your own sister just lived through. And you're out there playing like you're the one who's been struggling your whole life. It's just maddening to me how narcissistically tone deaf you are to this whole situation. And just when I thought it couldn't get worse, guys, just when I thought it wasn't over, oh no, she's doing the whole tour. And she's out there giving all the rags, plenty of ammunition. Team Con is in full effect, damage control, back to making Britney look crazy. So now and I'm going to play you another clip from the Nightline from last night, where she's out there giving the media more fuel that Team Con was right. Britney was erratic and crazy, guys. I was afraid. Britney Spears' sister Jamie Lynn claims erratic star locked them in the room with a knife as her behavior spiraled. Look at how they're just grabbing the words now and jumping all over the place. And so this is, of course, is all over the place. She's got I got cursed at. Oh, my goodness. So let's watch the clips in question. So these are the two new clips from the interview.
Jamie Lynn says over the years, she'd already noticed Britney's behavior begin to change.
In the book, you describe an incident where Britney takes a knife, says she's scared, and locks you and herself into a room.
Now, let's put context. We're talking about the paparazzi years, which were crazy, and Britney is taking her and scared, grabs a knife. What if there was paparazzi breaking into the house, Jamie Lynn? Well, let's have more context on this story, but no. Poor Jamie Lynn was a child at the time. A child who had already had a kid and clearly not really a child because she's always saying she's more... But hey, well, now she's a child, so how dare Britney do this to her? Oh my God, let's hear this trauma.
Why did you want to include that?
Good question,
in the
by
book.
The way.
because first off, I think that experiencing my own panic attacks and how sometimes we can feel in those moments is important, but also it's important to remember that I was a kid in that moment. I was scared. See? That was an experience I had, but I also was fearful to like really say anything because I didn't want to upset anybody, but I also was so upset that she didn't feel safe.
So wait, oh my God, she's crazy. I am a kid. I'm in danger. I was worried she didn't feel safe. Which is it, girl? Which is it? What are you a victim of? I'm not getting enough attention? Not being as talented? Like, what is this? What are you doing? Sorry if I'm getting too, I'm getting passionate. Sorry if my levels are getting too high. What is this for?
Words that you've used.
And then we go back to that. But here's the second part.
Jamie Lynn says their relationship came to a head during the pandemic.
Now, you can actually pause and you can read this page. We get our first look from the backlash of my older sister's struggles, or prepared me for what our silence would cost. We were a tight-knit family, torn apart by money, distorted truths, and undisclosed personal issues. Again, it's okay not to be okay. You can thank Piglet from Winnie the Pooh for those auspicious words. I finally received the wake-up call I needed to change during quarantine, when all of us were living under one roof again. I saw that same childhood dynamic with adult eyes. Britney became enraged about something trivial. She came at me screaming and getting up in my face, while I was holding Ivy, who was only 22 months at the time. Despite my best efforts, Britney continued on the attack, and Maddie had to get in between us to protect her little sister until my parents could finally get... I can't finish it out, but oh my God, can you believe this drivel? Like, what? The out of context is of this. One, Britney probably was right, for all we know, about what she was losing her. I mean, this is a family, Jamie Lynn, that you keep ignoring the fact. This is a family that was literally secretly recording her. A family that was stealing her money, putting her on medication and keeping her out, dangling her own children's time with them, custody. Oh, just play along, Britney, if you want to see your kids again. This is the kind of stuff your sister has exposed to the world and said happened, and oh, I can't believe it. She yelled at me while I had my baby. Oh, I'm sure Jamie Lynn never yelled. I'm sure Jamie Lynn's just a saint at home, never raises her voice, right? Now, that's my guess is Jamie Lynn seems like a Southern type who's just super nice and never loses her anger or yells at people or gets mean at people. No way, she's a very calm and patient woman, I'm sure, all the time. And I'm sure she's never let loose in front of Britney, no. But oh my God, Britney, how dare you? My adult eyes finally made me realize that you were screaming in my face while I hold my 22-month-old. How dare you?
He writes that Britney came at me screaming and getting up in my face.
And look how the media is going to extort it. Like, just completely use this. Be like, yep, let's get on Britney again.
While she was holding her toddler, Ivy, in her arms.
She cursed at me, and so I just walked out of the room. I was like, we're just all family under one roof. Like, I'm not trying to argue. And when I tried to...
She's probably like, let me guess. I'm just sorry to interrupt, but I'm going to guess. Jamie, the family's literally keeping me prisoner. I can't call or text anybody. I can't even see my kids. I'm effing going nuts. I think they're literally recording everything I'm doing. I don't even know. I don't know where I'm fucking gonna do. And she's like, oh, Britney being crazy again.
I had to remove myself from the situation.
Yeah, better.
That's
how nice that you had the freedom to remove yourself whenever you wanted. Do you still not comprehend that your sister didn't have that freedom? But you're gonna go here and play victim. Ah, got it, Jamie Lynn. And you wonder why we dislike you, because you're a crazy person. You are literally, there's something unwell with you that you think you're your sister's biggest supporter and you're only helping her while you're out there giving interviews after she pleaded to the world. Finally, Britney finally gets a voice after not having a voice for 16 years. And you're now telling us about how it's important for your voice to be heard. Dude, no one's kept your voice back. You have social media accounts? You could have written 10 books. No one's keeping you from doing anything. You're not under a conservatorship. What on earth are you doing, girl?
When I guess she just got really angry, and I
can't imagine how Jamie Lynn could get Britney angry. Britney, I'm so sorry you had to deal with this family. I would never have had the patience. I would have been screaming all the time.
Oldest daughter tried to, mediate the situation. I hated that.
Yeah, probably because that is such a telling thing. She always uses and exploits her own kids to make her own benefit all the time. She'll blur them out, but she'll use them as props to help her look like she's a better mother and all this stuff. And all the kids feel for me and they're there for me. And I hated that. I'm guessing if the kid was a mediator, I don't even think Jamie Lynn's realizing, she's admitting, if the kid's mediating, that implies there's a fight that's going both ways. My guess is there was arguing and screaming on both sides of that fight, that the daughter felt like, oh man, aunt and mom, stop fighting, is probably what actually happened, Jamie Lynn. Let's be honest.
Like, that's not what you're supposed to do. You're 12.
But rather than respect everyone's wishes, Jamie Lynn says her family was reverting to unhealthy patterns.
Oh, like recording their sister? Like putting her on stuff, medications that she doesn't even know what they are? Like holding her kids from her? Like not letting her have any friends that are approved by your drunk dad?
Her parents' response?
They told me that I shouldn't be upset. Like, I can't upset Britney. I said, you just saw me and my children be upset.
So literally the unhealthy ways are you can't upset Britney. This is the big reveal.
When will I matter?
There it is. When, you know what? Honestly, Jamie Lynn, the answer, never. I'm going to keep it real with you. No one cares about you. Like, I'm talking about from a celebrity side. I'm sure your family, your friends, there are people in your life that care about you. But you want to be cared like Britney is cared about. And that's never going to happen, girl. It's never. You are nowhere near her like at all. You do not have talent like your sister. Like in watching your interviews, I'm sorry. I'm done. I'm done. Jamie, you are the worst interviewee I've been watching your videos. You just talk nonsensically. You have no good sound bites. Your makeup is overdone. You just, everything just looks so fake, disingenuous. You're not even being your real self here, because I believe you are a loud, yelling, sorry, you're a loud, yelling, aggressive Southern belle. I believe it wholeheartedly. And if you were that, if you embraced that and became some sort of conservative pundit on The View, maybe you'd find some love. Honestly, maybe that's what you got to do. But whatever this fake, lying nonsense is, you're never going to succeed. Like, stop trying. You're trying to be this disingenuous, I love my, just dude, if anything, Jamie Lynn, just come out and say you hate your sister. Just do it already. Why are you faking it all? You are such a fraud. Enough is enough. We see through it, and that's why you dislike us. You can't handle the criticism. You can't. Because you're a fraud. You are a fraud. I'm sorry, you are, but there it is.
Despite their...
Anyway, so back to this. So now, of course, because Jamie Lynn's been... My voice is so important. I have to have my voice heard. Yeah, well, you had a voice. Britney hasn't had a voice. She's literally had to, like, hide in dressing rooms to get a proper lawyer that represents her, not her family. And but my voice needs to be heard. Jamie Lynn's voice needs to be heard right now. Oh, my God, girl. Oh my God. So anyway, now you're fueling, but your sister's biggest fan. Oh, let's give The Sun and TMZ and Page Six all this nasty ammo to once again call your sister crazy. Great. You're really helping, Jamie Lynn. But it's so funny. So funny talking about the knife-wielding sister. Huh. Wait, what's this? I legitimately think Jamie Lynn wrote this to try and remove her own knife-wielding craziness from Google. Because if you guys know, which we've followed this, Jamie Lynn Spears jumped over like a Subway and like a sandwich shop, or I guess some other sandwich shop, literally jumped over and grabbed a knife to break up a fight at the pita pit. And like erratically, like, hey, what is this? Oh, but Britney's, yeah, this doesn't seem crazy, Jamie Lynn. No, not at all. It's not like you're trying to put in the algorithm of Google, yeah, let's put crazy, erratic, knife-wielding sister out there so that top line's mine. No, I'm sure the people over at, TriStar Entertainment, Lou Taylor, they have no concept of how to bury articles and try to change up the headlines. No, right? No way. God forbid we remind people about the actual crazy sister who had a knife in a sandwich shop. Girl, you are crazy. And as I watch this interview, and to all you reporters, I'm sorry, I don't know who you are, ma'am, but how dare you? How dare you, knowing this is a human rights issue for all women and anybody, how dare you sit there and give her this puff piece? Oh, you're such a brave woman, blah, blah. Gross. You are now all involved now. You're all guilty in my mind. You didn't ask any hard questions.
What do you wish those people understood about you, and what do you hope they maybe get from the book?
What are haters? What do we wish we'd understand from the book? Let's hear from her own words. Come on, Jamie Lynn. What do we need to hear? Here it is. Let's hear this amazing revelation. Here we go.
Understanding that, I came into this family 10 years after the last child that was born, and I didn't decide or make any of these choices. I just learned how to adapt.
Yeah.
You didn't make any choices. Got it. Okay. What is this right now? It's a choice to be out there. I'm confused. You didn't make a choice to sleep around when you were 16? No, not her choice. Got it. Cool. You didn't make a choice to become a singer and make songs? I'm confused what choices she didn't make. You didn't choose to tribute your sister and always constantly try to get attention? No. She's just, guys, she's been pushed around the whole time. She didn't want any of this. She doesn't want to be famous.
And I am so thankful for a lot of the things that I have experienced, whether it was with my family or through the environment that we're in. And I think that people just, need to understand that I've only ever tried to be my own person and create.
Sorry. You've only ever tried to be your own person. Oh yeah, you're never associated with a Britney. Literally every interview is all about your sister, not you. Your whole life is about Britney. You're always bringing her up. What do you mean it's all but
A life and a future for me and my children that is my own, so that I can have this book to look back on and say, yeah, it's scary, but that was my voice and that was my truth, and I'm allowed to have that. Even if it's messy, even if it might hurt some people's feelings, or it might be scary for myself, but I just have to do what is my truth and my voice.
Her truth and her voice. Well, Jamie Lynn, look, you've not sold me, because you again failed to realize your sister didn't have a voice. Literally, she told us all, screaming, crying at that court hearing. We all heard the audio, and it was heart-wrenching. And more has been revealed about your sister's life, and you just don't seem to care. So we're just supposed to believe that the secret recordings are all false? That's not real, huh? You're just going to not even acknowledge that. No. You're just going to continue to work with Lou Taylor, who has significant issues as to where the money came from and what's going on. Dude, Jamie Lynn, you look guilty as sin. None of this is helping. This is not what you do to establish a healthy relationship with your sister. You're out there doing damage control for Team Gone. Is what you're doing. You are Team Conservatorship all day long, and I believe it. Sam Lutfi, who was there through it all, I was texting about this, and he said it. He said it best. I'm going to read it again. You, Jamie Lynn, and I believe him. I know a lot of people don't, but I believe him on this. You were so jealous of her. Over the 13 years I've contacted her numerous times to help her sister, she wanted nothing to do with it. She never wanted to help her sister. She enjoyed the fact that her sister was in the conservatorship. She's been so jealous and spiteful. The last thing she ever wanted was for Britney to be free, afraid of her retaliating, as she recently displayed. Jamie Lynn calls her sister crazy non-stop. She's doing it here in these interviews. This isn't some tight-knit family. They all can't stand each other. So Jamie Lynn, though, you're her biggest fan, I bet. Uh-huh. Cool. Not buying it, girl. Doesn't mean I'm a hater. Just means I like the truth and justice and don't like people being trafficked like she was, your own sister. You'd think you'd be, really want to, help her. But doesn't seem like you did. What was the quote? Remember, guys, I don't have it ready to pull. This doesn't affect me in the slightest. Either way. That's literally what Jamie Lynn Spears said as it was all coming to a head. Guys, this doesn't affect me at all. Either way. Yeah, but you got empathy, girl, and we care about you. Okay, girl, whatever. We're just haters. Yeah, you got your voice back. Okay, you've always had your voice. If anything, we don't have a voice. Hit the comments, all that stuff. We can't even comment on your Instagram, but you're still complaining that we're commenting negatively on your Instagram. You are delusional. Who's with me? Tell me your thoughts down below. Oh my God, I don't feel good, but I'm riled up. This one makes me go nuts. I'm going to keep exposing it. We love you, Britney. This is ridiculous. Oh my God.